Action.
Good morning, everyone. The average American eats around 5.5 pounds of food a day, which is equivalent to about 2,007 pounds of food per year, which, after eating the Thanksgiving turkey and the Christmas ham, can add up to a bit more. We all eat, most of us in the room, around 3 meals a day and a few snacks here and there. But most people don't ever look at the label before they eat. Some dieters may look at the calorie count or the fat content, but never at the most important part, the ingredients. The ingredients are like almost a story for the food you're about to put in your mouth. It tells you where it's made, what it's made with, and how it's made. For example, ramen noodles will never technically go bad. The expiration date on the package is for the texture of the noodles, not for the safety of them, much like with other foods. This is due to all the preservatives added into this much-loved packaged food. Preservatives, pesticides, hormones, antibiotics, and insecticides are words we are all familiar with, or at least you should familiarize yourself with due to America's bad eating habits. All these scary poisons have now wound up inside all of our bodies. Most common additives factories and farmers put in our food are pesticides, antibiotics, and hormones. According to Toxopedia.org, pesticides are designed to kill, and it's actually right in the name. The suffix "icide" means something or someone that kills. Pesticides alone are a cause up to 220,000 deaths globally, and 3 million people are hospitalized due to the over-intake of pesticides each year. When exposed to large amounts of pesticide, there can be neurological effects on our bodies, such as memory loss, reduced response to stimulus, altered or uncontrollable behavior, which all these have been linked to ADD and ADHD. It can also cause other issues such as asthma, allergies, fetal underdevelopment, cancer, and some reproductive problems. Insecticides are meant to kill bugs on the produce we eat, and nowadays, large-scale farms are using the chemicals organochlorine to kill them. Ingestion of the dangerous chemical can create a loss of sensation in the mouth, dizziness, tremors, and confusion. Antibiotics are also an issue, mainly in the meat and especially in chicken. People who raise these animals obviously want them to be healthy for human consumption, and so that one sick bird won't affect the rest of them. As you can see here in the picture, that the 2005 bird has been injected with a lot of hormones, so it's a lot bigger than the 1957 bird where they didn't use all of these pesticides. While you may look at the picture and think, well, chicken still tastes good, you won't be thinking that when you're sitting in the hospital because you're getting expensive treatments for your reproductive or growth deficiencies. Produce and meat are the most common offenders when it comes to additives and dangerous chemicals, but there are many ways around it. As for produce, there are products known as the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen. The Clean 15 is the 15 produce items that are the cleanest on the market and have the lowest percentages of pesticide compared to other produce. Examples are avocado, corn, pineapple, cabbage, and asparagus. The trend between these produce items is that most of them have an outer shell and can protect them from all the dangerous chemicals. The Dirty Dozen includes things such as strawberries, apples, celery, grapes, and cherries. Strawberries and grapes are the worst. In a study conducted with strawberries, peaches, nectarines, and apples, 98% of them tested positive for at least one pesticide. A single strawberry contains 17 different pesticides, and a single grape contains 15 different pesticides. So taking that into consideration, I've known that several times I can sit and eat a bowl of strawberries and grapes in just one sitting. And that means that I had an intake of numerous amounts of pesticides. The most hazardous type of produce includes leafy greens and hot peppers. These are sprayed with the most amounts of insecticides and pesticides. In another study conducted with leafy greens, 51 different pesticides were found. You can avoid this by becoming part of the non-GMO product by looking at your labels and making sure they contain a green sticker with the non-GMO label, meaning that there are no pesticides in them. All these disgusting things we are constantly putting in our bodies can be avoided, but they could take some adjusting. There are new diets called vegetarianism and veganism. They are drastic changes to our eating habits for a lot of people. Vegetarianism is when you don't eat any meat, but you can still eat animal products such as milk and eggs. There are different forms of vegetarian, such as lacto-vegetarian and semi-vegetarian. There is also a vegan diet. The vegan diet is very extreme. You cannot eat anything that is made from an animal, such as milk or eggs or even gelatin, because that's made from animals' bones. According to medicaldaily.com, vegans have a very hard time getting protein due to the total elimination of all animal products, and they get this from beans and different supplements. Both veganism and vegetarianism can lower the risk for health issues such as cardiovascular disease, obesity, cancer, and diabetes. And you will also eliminate your risk for salmonella, which is an illness that is associated with uncooked meat and mainly chicken. Overall, this day and age, many people are not looking at the ingredients list or knowing where their food comes from. There are simple solutions to this problem, and they can prevent you from getting any lethal diseases. Learning to read a label and buying non-GMO food can help you and your family to get food that tastes good and is good for you and does not contain pesticides or harmful insecticides. I personally believe that you should spend the money now on buying organic and non-GMO foods rather than spending the money later in your steep medical bills. Thank you. Are there any questions? Yes.
Why did you choose this topic?
I think it's really important that everyone learn what's in their food, especially nowadays when food is so contaminated anymore. Yes.
Would you ever change your way of eating because of what you researched?
I think I would. I think I would definitely look at the types of meat and produce I was buying, just because, over the past years I've eaten non-organic food, so changing it now can make a difference in my health later. So